I really like Chinese food. I grew up in New England where there was all kinds of great Chinese food. I used to have 30 Chinese restaurant menus in my glove compartment all the time just in case I was somewhere and needed to order some. But I've moved to central Wisconsin where the Chinese food is terrible. What am I going to do? Yeah, hi. Do you deliver? Great. Wisconsin. Hello?
Honey,
Yeah?
can you change the diaper?
Okay. I've been trying to learn to make my own Chinese food. And today we're going to make some pork fried rice. So here's what we're going to need. First, a wok. Can't make Chinese food without a wok. Second, we're going to make fried rice, of course. We're going to need some rice. In particular, leftover cold rice. It's what I have here. This is from the Chinese takeout place that's nearby. It's okay, but it's not what I'm used to. Normally, if I do make fried rice, I make my own. So how do I make my own? First of all, I don't use a rice cooker. I know that's pretty popular for some folks. And I always thought a rice cooker was great too. I always wanted one till I learned how they work. I always thought there was some magical device that made sure your rice was cooked perfectly and had the perfect amount of water and was great all the time. Turns out that's not what it is. So I don't have one. I cook it on the stove. First, you gotta rinse your rice out. You gotta get all the starch out of it. Then, I put it in the pot on the stove. How much water? There's a trick that is pretty popular. You put your finger in the water, and when the water comes up to your first little mark on your finger, that's the right amount of water. I've tried that. My rice turns out mushy and oversaturated with water. Maybe it's just that my finger is a weird length. I don't know. What I like to do is provide just a little bit less water than I have rice. So if I'm doing 2 cups of rice, maybe around 1 cup and 7/8 of water. I got the ratio from this Chinese cookbook from the 70s, and it provided a recipe of 2 1/3 cups of rice to 2 1/4 cups of water. So I try to keep it similar to that. I got a little bit of this pork. It's from the Chinese restaurant. Not their best dish, but it'll suffice for this. Next, we need some onions. Onions are awesome. We need garlic. Garlic is super awesome. There's like 5 cloves of garlic in here. It's probably only about 10 times as little as I need, but that's all right. It'll suffice for this time. Eggs. You have to be careful with the eggs. These eggs, well, they're eggs. Spring onion. Got some sesame oil for flavor, not for frying. We have peanut oil for that. Got some Chinese 5-spice. Is this authentic? Probably not, but I'm going for trashy Chinese takeout. So we're going to put this in there. I have some soy sauce mixed with a little bit of sugar. Why sugar? Well, if I was making fried rice back in New England, I would go to the Asian market and get the black soy sauce. And the black soy sauce, from what I've found, is really closer to what you're going to get in the restaurants. It's basically sweetened soy sauce. So that's what I have. Last but not least, Prego. I mean, MSG. This is my secret MSG jar. Put the MSG in here so that if the thieves come in, right, they're gonna, and they're looking to find out what we got, they're gonna be like, look at that. That's like Prego. We got our wok on some fire here, and we're gonna put some oil in here. Got some peanut oil. The peanut oil is good. It's got a high smoke point. There's a bit of smoke coming off here right now, largely because of just probably could have been washed a little better, the wok. In any event, we'll kind of get this oil all around the edge. You might want to do that because it kind of gives the oil a little bit of a purer flavor after you had it in there, coating the sides. All right, first in goes garlic. Shouldn't be in there for too long. Don't want it to burn. Next thing goes the egg. It's up to you if you want to stir it up. I'm going to. Next thing, I'm going to put the pork. And then the rice. I'm going to break up that rice. Now I'm going to put that onion in. You might think, why not put the onion in sooner? I like to put it in later on, because what that does is that gets the, it just leaves it a little bit crispier in a good way. 5 spice in. MSG. Don't measure it, throw it in. It looks cool, but the other thing it does is it gets the rice that was on the bottom on the top and the rice that was on the top on the bottom. Put in that soy sauce. I'm going to be a little careful now because there was a little bit of sugar in that sauce. Sesame oil. Put in those spring onions just to kind of garnish it up, scallions, whatever. And here's it. We're done. Nice and delicious pork fried rice. All right, time to eat this. And I see no reason to eat it with anything other than this giant spoon in which it was cooked. Pretty good. A lot better than most of the Chinese food you can get around here. So listen, if you can't get what you need, figure it out. Do it yourself. I hope you have a good day. Go ahead and try to make something.